Hi. Uh, there company in USA, I think it's a Amway. I don't know if it's still working or not, but it used to come. It was a. There's some people says it's a Ponzi scheme. Of course, they deny that, but it's like a company who are selling the herbal products and I think cream and other things, the beneficial, and claim a lot of things about the different health issue and cosmetic issue. The way they invent the marketing is that they are arranging the seminars and make some kind of the lecture that providing a lot of enthusiasm in a participant, and they already prepare them for the ready to make the big buck in the coming years, coming months. And with the lot of marketing talks filled with the testosterone and emotional things, then they convince them to purchase the certain item, like mix of the all items, for the fixed amount like $25,000 or $100,000, something like that, the fixed amount. And so in this scheme, people has to pay the money upfront. They pay like $25,000 upfront, then they got the delivery of the all products at the location, and then it is their responsibility to sell to their neighbors and their friends and then their contacts. And this is the way work, like in other kind of the product and other market. The way work is that first you put the product in a market and it display and people purchase. Like let's say if you launch any product and you want to sell to somebody, you go to the any shop, the shopkeeper says that okay, you can leave your product here and come after 1 week or 2 week. If we sell your product, we will give you whatever the price for that one is. If it doesn't sell, it is your choice. You can then leave it your product for another 2 weeks, or you can take it back your product. That is the general way. But this is like the way they say is that I don't know, the way they convince the people so good. Like I never go to their seminar, and I don't know how they convince. Maybe if I might go, I might get convinced too, because they are really very good in the marketing people. And that's what they teach in an MBA, like how to cook people, and that is called the MBA, and that's like how that is called the business marketing degree. So the reason I come up with that thought is that like when I saw that in a United States Congress, when they want to do any kind of the foreign treaty that is favorable to the United States, they invite the foreign leader to give the lecture in a United States Congress. And sometimes United States Congress has a two session. One is the United States Senate and one is the Congress. So sometimes it is both session together, and the president of the country is the main head, and then speaker is the main head, and then vice president is there. And out of that, when that guest from the out of country come, all the member of the parliament and member of the Congress and the member of the Senate get up and give them standing ovation. And like when during their lecture also, they're giving in between lot of standing ovation and other things, like they clapping a lot. And it is like make feel good. When I heard these things about that, I think they tried this thing with the Mr. Modi ji too. And first thing I learned about this thing they tried is the, I think, Pakistan Ayub Khan. And out of that, they make him feel so good that after this thing, like this kind of the things happen, like he is so happy with the United States government and all these things. Like he gave the Pakistan permission for the American base on the Pakistan like land. So that's why it is like it is called the Bakra scheme. Like in a like that Amway that they call the Bakra scheme. Like in Amway they say that like I made you Bakra. Now you look for the other Bakra in the market and make them the Bakra. लाइक मैंने जो मेरे पास जो माल था वो तेरे को दे दिया, अभी तू दूसरे को ढूंढ बकरा बनाने के लिए. सो द सेम principle work on the government side too and on the market corporate side too. And it is very amazing to see that like this American government, it is the, like you can say that from the beginning of the American establishment, it is like the most successful and powerful businessman become the president of the country. But fortunately, that is why I can give the credit to the America that like he was a businessman. Washington was a businessman, but he was a very patriotic. He did not like try to become the king. He quit after the uh, two terms of the president, and he gave the chance to the other people to become the president. So that is a very good things. Like people say other things about him that he is a slaves honors, and like he has a like very big estate. But in that time everybody was the landlord, everybody was jamindar, and like they are the all jamindar get together and become the and one of them become the king. Like that is the same situation I think in India also used to run for the long time, that a lot of zamindar becomes get together, and out of them one raja is emerged from them, and that raja, under the raja, all are that control. So what I'm trying to say is that like the same technique is used by the US government for the Bakra scheme, and that is our country's leader responsibility to do not come in that. And it is unfortunately for the Pakistan, but whenever there is a fortunate or unfortunate anything attached with the Pakistan, that is also advertly attached with the India too. That is very 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 real fact. So like Americans are impressed, make impressed Ayub Khan to get the base in a Pakistan, that adversely affect India, because India was not like today's Russia that can attack as a Ukraine. Russia attacked the Ukraine, and that's why we have to go with that. So that is a lot of things like in a Bakra scheme, and I hope and I think it looks like that Modi ji resisted that. Whenever these presidents go to the one country to another country, there is always a lot of CEOs of the countries, companies from their countries. Like let's say if Trump has to go to the India, there is almost like more than 100 company CEOs go along with him, and they coming like already prepare some kind of the contract with them, and they already make it ready to sign it. And if there is some kind of the clause here and there, they try to resolve that and like making that trip. So basically they're showing this all trip from the outside as it's a political trip or the friendship trip or something like that, but at the end of the day it is a business deal, business trip. The same way on a small scale we do our individual business deal to go to the another company or country or city and try to make a deal. Like on a large scale, the citizen these presidents go or prime ministers go, and along with them the CEOs of the companies go, and like they try to make the Bakra scheme. One thing we can say is that, like, United States, whatever we say is like they are very good in making one product very perfect. They are very good in the perfection of the one product. Even though let's say it's just potato chips like Lay's or the dandruff shampoo, they just make it perfect, and then it is like core, catch the object and run enthusiastically. Core, like they make the one product perfect, and then even though if it is perfect or not perfect, then they do not worry about then competitor or competition. Then they emphasis on that, like our product is the best, and just use that. Otherwise like potatoes grows everywhere in the world, and anybody can make chips in the backyard of their house. Why they have to even buy the potato chips? And then potato chips everywhere. Same thing in a cola. Why we have to buy? I always felt good when I grew up in India without the Coca-Cola, because George Fernandez kicked out them in 1978, and my adulthood grew up run inside between the 80s. So like I have mainly taste thumbs up, and that's why I always like the thumbs up. Once thumbs up resist when the Pepsi came in India, they're still running there. But I think once the Coca-Cola also came, the Ramesh Chauhan sold the thumbs up to the Coke, but he made some kind of a condition with them that they still has to run that. But like whenever you go in any hotel or restaurant in Mumbai, like when you ask for a thumbs up, they said no, we don't have. I say, yeah, are you idiot? Are you in the United States or are you in India? How come you don't have a thumbs up? I felt so. I said sometime I might wanna call to the Shiv Sena, that like the restaurant who do not care, keep the thumbs up, like some do some like shouting around them, so like at least they keep this thumbs up. Because of course it is not the Coke interest, because they want to do the universalization of the all the coke in all over the world, all over the country. So of course they have an interest, so they don't have an interest to like any more advertise or anything to do for the thumbs up. But we as an Indian, like you get out from the airport on any country, and if you see the advertise of the Coke or the any local cola, you can see that like how much this country is still occupied by the United States, or the like still has a, some self identity. And like it, I feel so bad, so sad when I get out from the airport and I see the Coke billboard. But I hope everything will be okay. Thanks. Good. Jai Hind.